No, don't do it. Do not hit record yet. I gotta tell you a story.
Well, too bad.
Oh, too late.
So that's the
All
best
right.
thing about this is we have like 33 minutes to knock out all the conversation that we can. Welcome back to the Wolf Factus Fantasy League catch up chat, whatever. Post Waco 2025, we're joined by Bryce. He's the good looking one in the background. Richard, Cameron, Zachary, and if we're lucky, maybe Sebastian, Zach's son again. We'll see if we're lucky. We don't know. But it was an interesting time at the Waco. I will admit, I enjoyed watching. I have to admit I'm a Terry and Nate guy over everyone else because
Yeah.
I believe in the one and true only test for all things. It's what would you rather do at a 3 hour layover in an airport with the people? And if you take all the different commentary crews, I think Nate and Terry would be the most fun to have in an airport bar for 3 hours. So they're my go-to when it comes to watching. But I thought that Charlie and Brian did a really good job on MPO. I thought Charlie asked really good questions to Juliana during FPO. Juliana's just too quiet for me. It's really hard for me to get fired up from Juliana. I just need a little bit more engagement. That's me personally. But we're not here to talk about commentary. We're here to talk about fantasy. And before we, go too far into this conversation, we'll just take a quick look at the standings. If I can get the magic screen to do that again. Does anyone remember how I can show the screen? Oh, wait, it's this button. Just look real quick up top.
Must be nice.
Up top, I believe it's not Zach, it's not Dick, it's not Cameron, it's not Bryce. Oh, it's Papa. Papa's up top. 25-1. We did learn that record is you against the rest of the field, the rest of the people playing in your group. Brother Joel, who will never ever come online because he doesn't even have Messenger on his phone, so doesn't know this group even exists. He's just happy to be there. Is in number 2. Richard, who did the number 1 draft pick? Who had the number 1 draft pick again? Who was that?
Brother Joel.
Mm-hmm. And Cameron, who did Brother Joel pick with that number 1 draft pick?
The choke artist Calvin Heimberg.
Oh my gosh, you called him the choke artist right away.
I was gonna say that. You did it for me. Oh my
Great minds think alike.
That's
well, either way, it still has me up top. Brother Joel in second, Bryce in third, Alex. Happy birthday, belated birthday, maybe, Alex. I thought maybe you'd be on tonight. I think it might have been yesterday. And then Dick Wolf, aka Richard, in fifth. Tegan in sixth. Guy talking a lot of smack is even 13-13 with Cameron. And then Zach, who had a full entry-level mathematics statisticians class at the local community college to figure out his draft. He is currently in 8th position, but he's not in 14th position. So there is that. Interesting look at the standings there. I don't know if you guys have seen this fancy button, but if you hit the expand button and you're on a desktop, you can see how everybody's doing in your lineup for that past event, if you will. So it looks like I got the most points from Greg Barsby, followed by Paul Kranz. Oh, sorry, I got the most points from Holland. That's my apologies there. And then Greg Barsby, followed by Paul Kranz and Sullivan Tipton, who had a great second and third day to help me out there. Zach is nodding his head. Zach, do you agree with Sullivan Tipton there?
Yeah, he had a fantastic rounds 2 and 3. Really turned it around from his round 1. Wind kind of got him a little bit there, but he definitely corrected it in round 2. And then round 3, everyone just shredded. It was fun to watch. It was fun to be a part of that. It's probably some of the most entertaining disc golf we've seen on tour in the last year, just watching that.
Yeah, it was a great day to start. We had wind in the first part, and then we had a straight up sprint the final day with no wind. We have a group chat amongst the gentlemen on this call. I was bold enough to say we're going to see a minus 14. Team Stamp West, who's too busy to join us today, obviously. He says we'll even see a 15th. Well, he was right. I believe it was Jake Mon who shot the 15. Is that right, gentlemen? I think
yes,
so.
Sir.
And we'll notice strategically who has Jake Mon too. Oh, that's weird. That's brother Joel. So he has Heimberg, and Jake Mon and LaCastro, who shot real well at that event. That's probably why he's in second. But gentlemen, we'll start with Cameron for this one. Then we'll go to Bryce. So Bryce, start thinking. Cameron, you ready to drop anyone? You ready to trade anyone?
He didn't expect it last week when you like called him out. Like, hey, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to trade Paul now for AB. I mean, Paul's been very consistent.
So, Cameron, your starting lineup last week, you had Paul, Turner, Rathbun, Harris, Schultz, Likey, and Chantel. You're not trying to trade off anyone? You pretty solid with that group right now?
I'm willing to give up, but I'm probably not going to give up Paul or Austin right now because Paul, even though I think the pressure got to him the last 5-6 holes, he's put up consistent over 280 points the last 2 events. Austin Turner, same thing. So I don't know. It's going to be really hard to get rid of those two.
Well, Bryce, you happen to have the guy that won on MPO, Adam, I believe. He got you 352 points. You ready to trade him away or what?
Absolutely not.
No?
Him and Barella together, those two are like best buddies, aren't they?
Just speaking of Adam, he just messaged me back.
Name dropping.
Name drop. There you go. Dick, your team is obviously in shambles. You're lucky to be in 4th or 5th. Who are you going to cut this week?
Let me say, my top 2 picks have not done well this year so far, and I'm still in 5th place, 4th place, whatever. I need my Europeans. I need Nicolas. I need Silva to start doing some work for me because they're better than what they've been doing the first 2 tournaments. So once those 2 start doing what their potential can make them do, then I'm going to be kicking your guys' ass, basically.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Going down to the low man on the totem pole of the call, Zach. A lot of work went into your efforts in your draft. We'll say that much. Rebecca
Absolutely.
Cox did really, really good on
Fantastic
Sunday.
day 3. Saved me by so many points for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I want to say 2 things here because look, I can take all the crap. You guys can give me. I'm sitting there. I just want you to point out that Cam is still 100 points behind me. And that the only reason he's ranked above me is because of just differential that I'm literally scoring by points 5th place. So let's all calm down here. Okay. Let's just take a break here.
All right.
Also, I think that one thing we're going to see, like just look, going deep analysis here, right? One of the strategies I use within the drafting and going through that is really focusing on European players. My bench right now is very European heavy. So I have some players that are not competing in the American side. And when we start shifting over to that European circuit, you're going to see some of these teams all of a sudden struggle to roster full teams that are competitive. And so while it's great that like you're off to a great start, you have some amazing points right here. All the props to you. You guys have definitely shredded, but my goal here is not to try to just shred through first. My goal is to look long term, and I'm trying to see what I can do on that European circuit because I think that's where the turn will happen. And then most of my moves will probably happen after that European circuit. When they come back to the United States, I'll probably start dumping off some of those European players who aren't going to come to the United States and seeing if I can make some moves and boost it. Because right now, that's what it is. The C tier players, right, or what I'll call them for right now, those middling players, they're the make or breakers, right? You had Selvin Tipton, didn't have a great round. He's like not your top choice. All of a sudden he shreds. What happens? He gives you a ton of points. If your C to level players score well, you're going to earn a lot of extra points. I think my European kind of category is where I've earned some of those, or hope to at least, right? And that's what I'm hoping that we'll do when we make that search. So don't count me out yet. My spreadsheet might come in handy later on still.
As much as I want to make fun of your spreadsheet, I also got some European players with the hopes of getting those points later on. So we'll see. But like I have Juna Heinonen and I don't know. Obviously Nicolas and Silva are gonna do their
for sure.
Yeah, so like I'm I'm being patient. I still like my draft.
Now you got Mr. Tied for 5th place Andrew Marweed on your team.
Yeah, Marweed fucking killed it this week, though.
He did look great. Good to see Marweed play well there.
Always great to see Marweed play well.
Absolutely.
Zach, we do need to acknowledge you have 1,856 points, which would currently put you.
That's what I said. It put me in fifth by points.
Fifth position.
Fifth by points, yeah.
So it's going to be tight. We do need to give you props for that. It's going to be tight. But here's the thing. Zach's strategy is going to work for a minute. And then the issue is come May, there is one European event in between 2 American events.
Absolutely.
And there is a gap of then, I believe, 6 weeks before the European swing happens. Sure. And we did do a quick little, I don't know if you caught that, if you were watching, but that one event is Konopiste. Yes. And we have Calvin, AB, Paul, Nicholas, James Proctor, Alden Harris, Jakob Sumerad, Ezra Adel. So there are a good amount of people, we'll say, over that 10-20 range that are at least currently signed up. But does that mean they're not playing the weekend before, which would be
Cascade? Is it Cascade?
It would be Cascade the weekend before, and the week after would be Northwest Disc Golf Championship, which is Beaver State Fling area, if you will. Yep. So that's a big question mark for those people trying to put slots in there. What are you thinking about doing there, Zach?
Yeah, so like one of the drafting styles that I was using with my point system is to think about players that will be competitive when the big dogs go overseas and some of those events hit there. So guys like Nick Gill, who are not favored at WACO, he struggled this weekend, are going to be more favored during those events when the big dogs are gone. GT Hancock is another guy. He absolutely shredded at Ledgestone last year. He had some fantastic tournaments. If he can stay on my roster for those weekends and the big dogs are gone, that's a name that... I mean, he won a Q Series last year. Like, he's not a scrub. So that's a guy who can get me some points on those weeks. And then when we swing back away from Europe, that's when I can start seeing if I can get some moves that are happening in that free agency back into the American circuit when some of those Europeans don't come back over. So I'm okay with my roster as it is right now. I don't think that there's one change I want to make right now. I'm going to keep it a little tight to the chest because I don't want to lose opportunity on that. But
tell us.
No.
Secrets don't make friends.
Yeah, you're right. They make best friends. So.
You can tell us. We won't do what you're trying to do. It's fine.
I've already set an alarm. It doesn't matter if I told you because I would wake up before you. I'm a teacher, for goodness sakes.
All right, here we go. Start looking down the list.
All right, so we have to do a little bit of a shout out here. We did have a very positive thing happen within our group here. To my knowledge, and I'm doing a quick expand here, the biggest change between week 1 and week 2, our friend Chris, aka Crunchy went a solid 0-13 week 1. And then with a combined total amount of points of 62. And then in week 2, went 12-1 with a combined total of points of 1,545, which was second best, I think, across the group. Yep, second best across the group, and had the highest individual effort. Without looking, Richard, what disc golf player scored the highest in fantasy this weekend, Richard?
I mean, the obvious choice would be Kristen or Hamas, but I think it's probably not because you're asking me. So
he's got his thinking cap on.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
That is dangerous, Zach. You well said.
You see the smoke coming out
for sure.
I'm the smartest guy you know. Anyway,
somebody wants to know the answer.
Blumrus.
It was a solid first guess, is always the right answer. Kristen Lott got 405.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were trying to trick me.
I wasn't. So just to put that in reference, that was a solid 6.5 times more points than Chris got in week 1 combined.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So as we move on, what's next? What's the next event?
Austin.
Yeah, open at Austin.
Austin.
Yep.
Austin. I have flipped over to my team. I'm very excited to look at this. It looks like all of my players that I played last week are playing this event again. Anybody got any big switches between their starting lineup?
I don't know, like you guys were ragging on me week 1 for Grady Shue only getting 10 points, and he turned around and got me like 200 something on my bench.
Yeah.
Along with Eric Oakley, who also scored better than like 3 players that's in my starting lineup. So,
but you picked
I
up
could
you
make some
picked up
changes.
Eric out of the fantasy or out of free agency. Didn't you pick up Eric
Yeah.
after week 1?
I
Yeah.
did.
I didn't even know
You
he
told
played
him to,
WACO.
like, you're gonna be the first one up. Wakes up early.
Yep. That's an advantage for that
Big
4 a.m.
advantage.
start time.
Yep. Is that a Guinness?
Looks
All
like
right.
it. That's a lot of heads.
Hold on. This broadcast is brought to you by Jameson Whiskey.
I don't
The
know if
finest-
you legally can do that. Zach, is that legal?
Get the scrubber out.
Keep me out of this. Keep me out of this. I'm just a guest.
All right.
Cheers.
I'd
Cheers.
allow it. I'll allow it.
Sláinte.
Solancha.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day to us recording now, and happy future date to you listening in the future or
Yes.
watching in the future. All right, so we've recapped that. Up next is Austin. No one wants to make any changes. We were excited. We think Zach's strategy might work out. Richard's strategy might not work out.
I'm in 4th, 5th place, whatever. Like I'm
You
good.
are in 5th place
Fifth.
in theory. In
Fifth.
theory. Is there a quotations there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What
'cause,
What are you saying, Zach? What do you got? You got some stats for me? I'm gonna.
I got
miss
more
out.
points than you.
yeah,
What do you mean?
Rick,
Is there stats? I got more points than you.
you're the team making the playoff with a 7-9 record right now, Richard. So let's not talk
You're
too
Jefferson
hard.
Durant.
So let's
think
talk
I'm in
trades.
fifth
Who's
place.
willing to trade? Who wants to trade? Who's looking for who?
So I'm thinking like I could use a really solid lady player, and I've got a bunch of guys who are scoring some pretty good points kind of on my bench. So I mean, a good package deal for a really good FPO player.
I'm looking for an FBO player. I got Natalie Ryan.
I don't think she's playing anymore, bud.
I was just say I'm pretty sure that's no.
I'll do
So,
Lee K and
Cam-
Gavin Rathbun.
Cam, he would take
Ooh,
a
that's a big-
decent man and a good woman for Anthony Barella because you love his ass.
Wait, who's Cam guy here? We got
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Lucky and Chantel. Okay.
Chantel actually did pretty good this past
She
weekend.
did solid. She does pretty well in the Texas swing.
Give him Lucky and Gavin for Anthony.
Man, I don't know.
That's all.
I'm down. I'm down for it.
Doesn't
I'll
our
give
league
you Gavin.
manager have to approve these trades? What the heck is happening right now?
Pretty good this weekend.
Yeah.
I got.
I'll give you my twin.
That's a good deal.
I'll do that. I just need a female. That's all I need.
Hey, Bryce.
All right, here. I'll
The
go ahead. I'll do it right now. We'll
What do you got,
this.
Kamish?
Bryce, I just offered you
Let's go.
Emily
Let's do a
Weatherman
live deal.
Ooh.
and Sullivan Tipton
Mm.
for
was
Jessica
that?
Weiss and Adam Hamus.
Say that again. He didn't hear.
Did you say Emily Weatherman and Sullivan Tipton?
Yeah, for Jessica Weiss and Adam Hamus.
So you said Gavin and Leake for.
He's just like, who cares about what Brian just said?
Forget Brian.
It's
Forget
offered.
Brian.
It's out there in the world. I did it.
No,
Done.
here's the thing. Cameron wants Barella so hard, so I think Bryce can just like totally hit. Yeah, censored.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of love me some AB too, though. So that's a tough sell. I mean,
I will say
Cameron's
this
not
league
AB.
does have that component to it. I think because we do have 14 people, your favorite player is very unlikely to be on your team, and you can really manipulate some people with that kind of leverage because there's 14. It's a little different once you get, because I mean, once you get past pick 20, it's like,
Yeah.
this person might score -10 still. Like, so having 14 definitely can hurt your lower levels, but definitely it's like you might pick a player just so you can kind of, hey, you want that number 1 pick? That's that really good guy. I'll trade you 2 for 1 for it.
Exactly.
So what woman would you
I'm
want
his
to give up?
agent. I'm trying to help him out here. What do you want,
See,
Barella?
You got
No, you're
Anakin.
not. No,
Let's
you're
see,
not.
AB,
That's crazy. I'm
either
helping him
Anakin
out.
or
That's
Jessica
crazy.
Well, I mean, Kristen was the top point getter with 405 this week. I don't have a solid top tier this is my front runner woman. I've got Jessica Weiss who did really great this week, and I appreciate on a shorter course like WACO that she did great. But as the tour goes on, I don't think she's going to do that much better. And Anakin has not started off strong. She's my second. So I mean, I could really use somebody who's kind of like that next tier up from that. And like I said, I got a couple guys who are scoring points just kind of on the bench. So I'm willing to wheel and deal to find somebody maybe a little bit next tier, I guess.
How about we do AB for Gavin and Anakin for Like? So European for European. Like's been doing better.
Yeah.
Or I'll take Jessica Weiss. How about that?
Bad.
I have KT Tati, Like, Chantel, and Nid.
I'm open to offers. Let's see what's
Just can't
happening.
get out of this. Frame.
Open to, for AB.
Mm-hmm. Let's
We'll
see.
see. Things come along. I don't know. Like I said, I really need for the ladies, I really need somebody who's kind of gonna go up the next level for from the players I have, I guess.
Like Emily Weatherman that I offered you already.
She is intriguing. To a
Hmm.
point. She's been playing really well. She's rookie of the year.
Who are you trying to unload right now? You're trying to unload AB?
No, I'm
No,
trying to.
Brian wants Adam Hammis, so I
Oh,
can
Hammis. Oh,
AB was a lure for Cam because
Yeah.
he really wants him hard.
yes, he does.
What will you
Hey
give
now.
me for him? But
Don't.
he wants a woman in general.
I'm not trying to toy with Cam. I think you kind of do that lure out there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see as the week goes along. I'm just saying this is kind of what I'm thinking. The broad scope of things.
All right, just submitted a trade.
Ooh.
So,
What do we got?
do.
Just tell us what it is so we don't have to figure it out.
All right, so I did Anthony Barella, Jessica Weiss for Like and Gavin.
I can't do that.
Nah. I don't care, but
I'll take. All right, we'll do this.
No.
yeah, that's
AB is hard to handle. Like he's one of those guys that could just take a top 10 all year. And it's really hard to throw him for I could say Garrett Gerthy, Rebecca Cox. You get a way better girl. Garrett Gerthy has played solid for this year. He's not going to be your top scorer, but he's never going to take a negative. That's what he did that's all he's done. And that would be a decent offer. But then you have to sit there and say, is losing the points I'm going to have with AB worth the points that Rebecca will skyrocket me in the FPO? Because she's played in my mind mid to this point, and she's been in the top 10 women's scorers so far this league. I can't wait for her to pop off like she did last year, and all of a sudden she's going to take points. So it's just AB's a really difficult piece to handle. Adam Hammis is a little different because he has less upside in terms of longevity in the season. When you get to longer courses, he's not going to be as favored. But AB is difficult to handle. He's just a complex piece that makes things, because your guys kind of got to be good enough. It's closer if I would say Chris Dickerson instead of Garrett Gerthy, but he's my number one guy. I can't get rid of Chris Dickerson. I just can't lose that piece and Rebecca Cox for a less good girl and a guy who's arguably scored close.
Hey, Zach, I like that statement. You can't get rid of Chris Dickerson. I get that. Just out of curiosity, can you get rid of Randon Lotta?
Can I?
Yeah.
You see, you know that I picked him in front of you on purpose.
But can you get rid of Randon Lotta and Rebecca Cox?
Oh, see, now we got to spice some deals here because Randon Lottas could be valuable over on the European swing.
Because you just received a trade offer from me.
Oh man, I gotta go look at it.
And Bryce, I redid my trade.
What's
I
that?
did Anthony Barella and Trinity Bryant for Gavin
Nope.
and Leake.
I can't do, man.
I took him off. I took one of your bench
Ooh.
players.
In like 2 or 3 years, maybe, but no.
Yeah, that's not a right
Brian,
now.
that is not a bad offer. That is something I will have to think about.
Hey, Zach, tell the group what you just got offered.
So he's offering Sullivan Tipton and Emily Weatherman for Rebecca Cox and Brandon Lotta. And honestly, the biggest thing involving that trade would have to involve
Europe.
Sullivan's European swing, right? If Sullivan's like, I'm fully committed, I'm healthy, he keeps looking good in the next couple events, like he's definitely someone I'd be willing to add. But like Brandon Lotta's a gamble for sure. But like based on last year's performance, I have to think about that.
So for those of you paying attention at home as Bryce leaves the camera, I offered Bryce and Zach the same exact trade for 2 different people on their team. So we'll see which one clicks yes first. I like that. And as we transition to trading, let's give something away. I've got an MDGO Color Shift TI Heat with Dave Lontine art. This is one of the fundraiser discs from Discraft and MDGO this year. If you don't know, the MDGO does amazing work here in the state of Michigan. So if you want to win this 172 gram TI Color Shift Heat, all you have to do is comment below any color.
That's it.
Just prove to me that you watched all the way to the end.
If it's not green, you're wrong.
It's St. Patrick's Day. While we record this, you may want to put in green. Maybe you want to be creative and put like vert or something in there just to mess with people, or verde. Look, I did 2 different languages. 3 now. Go me. Yeah, if you want to win that, post the color below. Hey, like and subscribe. We don't do this for views or money or things like that. We do this for fun. I will say that our fantasy chat from last week had more views than normal, which means probably because there was more people than just when Dick and I talked. Dick and I average like 26 people. You bring Bryce and Cameron 36. And Zach on, we get up to maybe 80, 85, maybe. We'll see. A lot of sexy
Bryce
people with Bryce. Yeah, Cameron's
Taking
got a
credit
great
for 5
hat
of those
on.
views.
Hell yeah. Just remember to hit play before you walk out of the house a few times a week. That always helps us. Put it on loop, things like that. Whatever you got to do to get those numbers up. We might get to 100 by the end of the season. If we get to 100 views, we'll give 2 things away.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, Richard, I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Yeah.
It's like March 17th. We got a long time to the end of the season. It's in like October. We have like 5 people subscribed to our channel. Let me give you a real number here. I don't want to make up a fake number, Richard, because I want to do this for real. Our actual YouTube channel that we post stuff on, we have 92 subscribers.
Okay.
What is a ridiculous stretch goal to how many subscribers
200.
to have by the end of October?
200.
That's not a stretch goal. That's like we can get that by the end of the week goal.
Subscribers, though.
Yeah, it takes
1,500.
That's a stretch
What
goal.
was the number? I didn't hear it.
1,500.
How about a G? How about a solid 1,000? No, let's go 1,500. Fuck it. Cameron's right. All right.
Fuck it, Cameron.
If we get to 1,500 subscribers by October 1st, which is a long time from now, and we'll continue this conversation throughout the time that we convene every week. Richard will give away one of his grip bags that he has unopened in his house,
and a 4-claw.
And Cameron will throw in a 4-claw. And Zach will throw in what will Zach throw in?
No, he's fucking with it though, because like these bags are like I went to Ledgestone and I also bought every single special disc that Ledgestone has. So I have like the grip bag, but then all the extra discs or the memorial bag and all.
But no one knew that. you just gave it away. You could have just handed a grip bag out and taken the 90 frisbees out of it. You have 50 grip bags in your basement. Any one of them you could have just gave away. Anyways, Richard will still give one away. We'll just call our friend Dick at Grip.
1,500. Fuck it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Let's go. He's on board.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey,
You
babe,
got
make sure you
man.
subscribe.
Yeah.
There we
Better
go.
subscribe.
One at a time.
Yeah.
One at a time, baby. We're gonna get there. One at a time. If we
Sharing
each,
this video now.
if we each get 3 a day, we'll be great.
Worth a whole lot. And they're all special edition, all the bullshit.
If
I'll
we
start.
really do get there, we will do a true giveaway. We'll have lots of fun, and I will make sure that all the goodies that's in my giveaway bag all go to that. But October's a long time away from now. Hey, we haven't done a shout out of sponsors here in a minute. Cameron, you got anyone to shout out? Say thank you to?
I want to shout out my wife. Got to shout her first.
Where's
shout-
she been, though? She was
She's right
the
here.
star of the draft.
What up?
Yeah, we love you in the draft.
And he'll throw in a 4-claw.
No, I won't.
Yes, he will.
I want to shout out
That's legally binding.
this.
They're married. They're married. That's
Oh.
legally binding.
And it's state of North Carolina. That is true.
I want to shout out Discraft Underground.
There you go.
Shout out Back 9 Disc, Drive Bags, and Disc Dives by Melissa.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Zach, who are you sponsored by this year?
Discraft Underground, Disc Golf Threads, Great Lakes Discs, T Mason 1, and Disc Golf Challenge this year. I'm actually working with them in their new series, so that's a lot of fun making some content with that. So shout out to those guys.
Hey, maybe I get on then and do a little fun with you someday. But you know me, I don't play in the cold until it's warmer out.
Yeah.
Bryce, I know you're eternally sponsored by Wolfpack Discs, but any other people you want to give a shout out to?
If
Jameson.
we're already infringing copyrights, we might as well do it doubly up. Jameson, why not?
Richard, any thank yous to the group?
Wolfpack Discs, and you know, I'm just excited to keep Detroit disc golf going.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Detroit.
This dude's working so hard at it too. He's done an amazing job. Great guy leading it.
We're proud of all the work you do at Palmer. We're proud of that work you did with the Paul Macbeth Foundation to get the kids course in. Thanks for putting on lessons. Thanks for putting the indoor ace races on at the Velodrome. Big one coming up end of the month in March. I'd like to give a shout out to Paragon behind me, Discraft, always helping me out. Mitten Bags, Pineapple Punch events, and then a very specific new sponsor.
Ooh.
Brand new.
Do I know about this one? Did you not even tell me? You
I don't-
asshole?
I don't know if I actually did tell you. But my newest sponsor
First form.
is Richard's Basement. Richard's Basement has provided me an unthrown Proto Hades.
Yes.
Another unthrown Proto Hades. A very nice Buzz SS quad
That's a
stamp.
good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And this very unique Captain's Raptor from Amnets with a special Amnet staff.
Ooh, that's nice.
Thanks, Richard's Basement, for supplying all my needs.
Basically, he just was looking through my disc, and he helped me so much, like tell me what these discs were worth. And every once in a while, he was like, "Oh, I like that one." I was like, "Just fucking take it." Just.
Speaking of Captain's Raptors, so y'all remember the Ace, right?
Yep.
Oh hell yeah!
Shout out to MJ for saying I suck.
There you go. But yeah, it's like, no, if you like that disc, like I didn't even know what it was worth. Just fucking take it. Go.
You know what's fun about Richard not knowing what disc golf stuff's actually worth? Because he thinks the grip bag and all the Ledgestone stuff's worth a lot.
No.
But the 4-claw might be worth more. But if we do get to 1,500, you can see this come out. Just there's the head. And then
That's the head.
we'll just give you a little bit of the team. There you go. That's one of my babies. I believe that one came from Andrew Mills. Maybe we collect team stamp
Right.
old Big Z.
Don't.
Wait.
It's too good. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And Cam's gonna donate one of those. We're really excited for him to do that as well.
Stop flexing
Oh,
before you
really?
make me go downstairs and get mine.
Yeah, Cam, this isn't a flex off because it's gonna get awkward fast. What did we
Oh, that's
give
not
away?
all of them. I still got more on the shelf.